how's it going? Hi, how are you? Hey, what's up? How is everyone? Wow, you call me a cunt? Jesus. It's too early for you to be that way already? How's everybody doing today? Oh, nice. Bushwick Chula, that's my best friend. Once we get, I guess, 8 or 9 people in, I'll start the story time. I'm good, Joe. I'm good. Oh, good. All right. Good. Then I feel good then. All right. I'm Australian. From Australia. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So, being since there's only a few of us this time, so today's story time is basically the story of me becoming, or first choosing to be plant-based. I first chose to be plant-based because I was extremely sick. When I say extremely sick, I was in a horrible accident where my spine was, well, basically what happened was my spinal column and my disc had a bad breakup, and they pretty much didn't like each other anymore, so they separated, and it pinched my spinal cord against my spine. So for about 6 to 7 months, I was completely unable to feel my body from the neck down. And when that happened, let's just say my life as we knew it completely changed. I had to relearn how to do the simplest things, like being able to do that, or hold the fork, or hell, even bend. It was just a really really crazy time in my life. I was told then that I would never walk again, and you guys know that wasn't what happened. I basically told the doctor that he didn't know who he was talking to, and started my my fight for myself, for my life. You know, I hate to say it, but for a while there, I was really resigned to have to be a certain way for the rest of my life. But I started to believe that I could do basically anything I wanted to do when I got my hands back. I got my hands back about 9-ish or 10 months in. I started to feel the feelings back, so that was amazing. So I was so happy about that. And slowly but surely, going through occupational therapy and physical therapy, everything slowly came back. I still have issues, as some of you guys know. I use things to help me walk. I use a walker, or I ride in my scooter, which is fun because I don't have to be around a lot of people all the time. And then once that happened, I nearly died in the hospital. I caught a pulmonary embolism. For those of you who do not know what a pulmonary embolism is, it is when a blood clot moves from one part of your body into your lungs. I lost a good chunk of my lung, and I diagnosed it myself. And that's a long story. I'm gonna tell that story probably next Monday. I do. I almost died 3 times. And those near-death experiences opened my heart to being less about me. And that's what it takes, honestly, to first start your vegan journey, is to understand that there are things more important than yourself. So, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So, once I got out of the hospital, I started my fitness journey, and I started my as much as I hate to say it, I did do other things before trying to become, or noticing that I had a vegan heart. I did near death makes you look for anything besides what you know you are meant to do, right? So I tried paleo, which was a debacle for me, at least. I honestly actually started to stop wanting to eat meat, but it was almost forced. Like, I would force myself to. And then one day my beautiful wife, if you guys don't know, I will be putting up pictures soon. She told me that she wants to be vegan. She heard Gary Aronofsky. I feel so bad not like knowing how to pronounce his name, but yeah, bald guy, amazing person. And I saw it, and then I saw some of the other documentaries. But there was there was 2 that really, I guess, did it for me. What the Health came after, that was a pretty important one too. But my real aha moment was after watching Dominion and Earthlings. Yeah, those movies, if you have a kind heart or a kind bone in your body, it'll affect you. But before that, when my wife said, "Hey, I want to be vegan," I literally looked at her dead in the face and I said, "There's no effing way I would be a vegan," because yes, Earthling is brutal, and Dominion is almost as bad. So I said no, I would never do that. You know, I was on this toxic masculinity bullcrap, and I basically, tried to do my own thing for another 2 weeks, and then one day I just said I just can't do it anymore. I couldn't do it anymore, and I felt horrible. I felt so sick. Yeah. About 30 seconds in, that's when you start to understand that, it's pretty horrible. I'm so glad that other vegans feel the same as me. I mean, it's 2 amazing movies. But if you, like I said, if you have a heart in your chest, it's get ready for it to be ripped out and shown to you, and shown that you're selfish, you know. I think it will put you off of almost all meats, to be honest with you. It was pretty intense, so I went plant-based, and that lasted about a week before I knew I was a vegan. I went to my first Voice for the Voiceless rally, and then I went to the Cube in the Bronx, in Yankee Stadium, and I sat and I talked with them, and they basically told me that that people like well, I hate to say people like me, but people with my story are important to this movement, right? The difference between plant-based and vegan is a vegan actually feels more for the animals than caring so much about their health. Plant-based, you go plant-based because you're trying to help get better from the illness, or if you're into sports, that's kind of where it is. For me personally, I consider myself now a alkaline vegan. That's more for healing, and the healing I had to do was, yes, of course, my back. Diabetes, I had type 2 diabetes, that's gone. I had kidney problems, that's gone. I had fatty liver disease, that's gone. And I lived with that since I was a youngster, like so different. And yeah, there's plenty of vegans that are also in it for the health and also in it for the planet. There's so many facets of the vegan lexicon. I like to call myself a compassionate vegan. I feel compassion for animals. I feel compassion for this beautiful planet that we call home. And I feel a lot of compassion for people as a whole, just trying to understand how their body can run. And for me, my body just runs better as a, hey, how you doing? As a vegan. I mean, listen, I've done it all, and nothing ever felt right to me except this. And the reason why I feel that way is, 3 a.m. Have a good one, sis. Thank you for everything, and we'll talk. I saw your DM. I'll write you later, okay? So I started, switching over, and started also doing more research as far as, just understanding what it means to be a compassionate, and caring vegan. I mean, so many people get it misconstrued, like we go out to hurt people's feelings or disrespect them or whatever. It's not that. It's that we feel so strongly about how, like, this planet and all the beings in it, that we decide to. It's not so much that we're rude. It's that we lash out because we get so frustrated, But as for me, I was told that my story would help a lot of people understand that this way of living, this way of because it's not a diet, and that's what really got me. That's the thing that made me, like, not say, I'm not on a vegan diet. It's more than that. It's the way my life has been for these last 6 years. This is the way it's always going to be for me till the day that we go up to I'm called up to wherever we're gonna go, and even then I'll still be like, hey, yeah, I'm a vegan. It's just I feel better. I feel like a complete person. My whole life I felt something was missing, and as most of you guys know, I was 620 pounds, and I would always try to fill that hole with something, food, and it just never felt right until one day I sat down with some of Greg. I don't think he's on Instagram, but if he is, I'm gonna find him. From Voice of the Voiceless, for the Voiceless, he changed me completely. Like he made me understand that our choices matter. It matters if it matters if we go out and we go eat a burger. I don't know how else to say it, but that shit matters. It matters. It matters to that poor cow who lived her entire life in fear. And you think that, oh, you can just eat that, but why you think so many people are depressed? Cells have memory. So imagine you're eating that burger, but you're eating that animal's fear, eating that animal's sadness. So what I say is, I went vegan because I became the person that I was always meant to be. I was always I'm an empath. You guys know that. I cry for anything, and I can put myself in other people's positions, other people's thank you, I appreciate that greatly. And I can feel people's sadness and the animal sadness. It's crazy because I was a chef for a very long time. I've been probably cooking professionally since I was 13 years old. With my mom, helping my mom. My mom was an amazing cook. She taught me, my brothers, everything we know. Fortunately, it didn't stick with my sister, but it stuck with the boys. So what really set it off for me, and I always knew I had a vegan heart, and this is why I say it. I became a chef for Whole Foods, and empath people represent. I became a chef for Whole Foods and a chef buyer. So I would go to these farms and look over things, make sure everything was right. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it's the menu should be on YouTube, and so should Earthlings, but that's where I saw them. So I finally got sent to a slaughterhouse. Now, mind you, I have been fighting with my bosses not to send me because I really did not want to go, because I knew, you kind of know. I'm of Puerto Rican descent and of Native American descent, so I kind of know what's going on, So I go in, and there's some pigs there, and they have cows down the road, and oh man, just the smell. I can still smell it. There's times where I'll get a whiff of something, and I go right back to where I was. So there was this young slaughter. I guess I don't know what the hell to call him. Just a person who was, very, very. You can tell that he was just there for the job. So he had to be like maybe 20, 21. And at the time I was 20, 26. And he walked up to a pig with that. With the air rifle, and bam. And when he did that, it was like we both looked at each other like, holy crap. So he quit on the spot. I've never seen anything like that before. Took off his stuff and he walked out, and I walked out right behind him, and I was just like, I said, dude, I called my bosses. I was like, dude, I can't do this, and they were like, oh, but it's okay. I was like, it's not okay. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? And they were like, oh, it's not so bad. I said, no, you haven't seen this. So I went against my morals. Like I felt like I should have been vegan from that point. So I should have been vegan for like 15, 16 years already. And I've only been for 6, but I thank you, I appreciate it. And I put it in the back of my mind, and I just filed it away, like as we do. We try to make it seem like, or make ourselves feel better about this. And for me, it just never got better. Like I always felt it in the back of my mind and in the center of my heart. So I was just like, so I continued to cook and continued to grow as far as a chef, and I started to learn how to do a lot of plant-based stuff, and that was pretty much what I did as far as in Whole Foods. I did the whole the whole vegan and plant-based section. I started learning a lot about that stuff. But it's funny how they had a non-vegan chef doing plant-based stuff. So I wanted, before I got her, I actually wanted to just do it. Just, go plant-based or go vegan and, make the leap, because that's what I believed in anyway, But unfortunately, I got hurt and I was basically out of cooking. I've been out of cooking since I got hurt. I still cook, of course, at home and for my family, which is another thing I'm proud of. I switched them over. Me and my wife switched everybody else over. So it's just it was a incredible journey, and I see everybody is always like, oh, your weight loss journey. My weight loss journey was a side effect of me becoming the compassionate and kind person that you guys see in front of me. Like, it's just a happy bonus, But I'll be honest with you, like, I will probably always be, I can say that without a doubt in my mind. I will always be vegan. I would say about a month after becoming vegan, I started feeling really, really sick. And, I was always kind of sick. I always felt sick. But then I started noticing that I had a huge lump on the side of my neck. And for those of you who don't know, I have non-Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer. I chose not to do chemotherapy just for the simple fact of my whole family was basically devastated by cancer. I lost all of it. That's just me, my older brother, and my two younger siblings. Lost my mom, my dad, my grandparents, and my oldest sister to cancer. So I started to research and understand that, food heals as long as you pick the right food. So when people ask me, you're plant-based, or I am an alkaline vegan, I am in it for the long haul. I'm in it for the animals, in it for the planet, in it for myself, and in it for others. We need to normalize this thing as far as, they're just, he's vegan, but he was in it for his health, or that person's vegan, but they're in it for the planet. Hey, a vegan's a vegan. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, we all feel this great sense of sadness because, it says, I think all vegans feel a sadness, but we know why and now and how to do things better. And you're absolutely positively right. I was a very sad person, I was just sad. I won't lie to you. And this vegan transformation, because that's what I like to call it, vegan. Oh, see, look at that sun right to you. This was a transformation, not only in just physical, but mental and spiritual. Anyone who tells you that they become vegan and they don't have a mental and spiritual change, they must not be doing something right, because it's all inside. It's all a part of that, So when I finally decided to become vegan, then everything opened up. Even my health, it's weird. I got devastating news, of course, that I had cancer. But the best I've felt ever is right now. I live with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and that's just unfortunately the thing that I have to deal with. My wife is pretty princess. How are you, baby? I love you. But I feel the best I've ever felt in my life, and I am a warrior, man. I'm a warrior for the animals, warrior for the planet, warrior for other vegans, a warrior for myself and people with sickness, And I'm proud of that. That makes me, I wake up in the morning satisfied and happy that I can actually be the person that I've always wanted to be, And I owe a great deal to, my wife, my family, the vegan community. You guys are amazing. You guys are just amazing. The alkaline community, some of my better friends right now are from the alkaline community, and I am so grateful. Yes, I do. I also follow Dr. Sebi. I closely follow Dr. Sebi. Alkaline way of eating. Yeah, it can be restrictive, but when you have a cooking background, and most vegans are foodies anyway. We do it up in the kitchen. So you find ways to make things taste better. Just better. I by no means tell people to follow anything. The only thing I tell you to follow is to be vegan. Be compassionate and do as least harm as you can. I live in this world to be a person who just wants to do good and who wants to help people do good. And if I move anyone, or if I helped anyone, or if I, changed anyone's heart or anything, even that, I had a young hater write to me, and he was like, "Oh, why are you hating on meat eaters? Like, you guys have B12 problems, blah, blah." And I was just like, "Kid, you say that because you're young. When you get older, when you do some living, you'll understand that the kinder you are in this world, the more compassionate you are in this world, the more you get back. Hey, what's up? How you doing?" And so, we continue to talk. Unfortunately, I think I got to him so that he kind of blocked me, but it's fine. The seed was planted, seed of compassion. If I could show compassion to someone who is cursing me out for no reason, like, if you guys know me and you know my page, I've never once said anything bad about people eating meat, because it's not meat, they're eating animals. So I always say, you're not eating meat, you're eating animals. They have a face, they have families, they have people that love them, they have things that love them, they have other animals that love them too. And that's when you know that you actually have understood what veganism is about. Veganism is about the understanding and the ability to put yourself in the shoes of someone else. You're basically an empath, But with that, that's pretty much my story. I became vegan at first because I was sick. I first became plant-based because I was sick, and I wanted to, to fix myself, to heal myself. And then I really, switched over to alkaline veganism because I wanted to get the optimal health, but I also felt very strongly about how we treat our animal brothers and sisters in this planet. So, listen, I feel the same. I'm the type of person that when I watch a movie and a person dies, I'm an empath. I cry for everything, but I'll wipe a tear or whatever. But don't let an animal die. Do not let an animal die. You will see just boogers. It's just something I've always had to deal with. I feel animals are the most innocent beings on this planet. So they need people like us to fight for them. Because they, like they say, we are the voice of the voiceless. So, with that, thank you guys for coming and joining me and hearing me talk. I'm supposed to be on another podcast, so once that comes up, I'll let you guys know. Next Monday, probably at the same time, I'll let you guys know. Also, I'm sorry that my energy is a little down. I had a childhood friend of mine passed away late last night, so it's been a hard day. But I'm so glad that you guys joined me. Please continue to live in kindness, live in compassion, and just be a good person. Just, really try to be a good person, because kindness counts, And I know I said this before. This is for my friend. If you ever have someone who you love and who has, unfortunately, you've grown apart, or you had a falling out, or if you just are angry. Let that stuff go. Let it go. Because life is so short. And if you ever loved that person, just remember why you loved the person. All that anger, all that frustration, all that other stuff, it needs to go away. This life is fleeting. Do the best you can with the amount of time you're given. And that's all I wanted to do. When I almost died those 3 times, I knew that I wanted to make a difference in this world. And, I didn't know how, but I knew I wanted to make a difference. Because this world needs people who care. We see all these negative stuff on TV. We see, people become famous on this negativity stuff. I just want to see if we can make a movement of kindness and compassion and love. Even within our own ranks, I hear some just horrible things being said, to other vegans. We have the same compassion that we have for animals on this planet. We should also have for each other. Now, don't get me wrong. If I see a person on the floor, I'm going to feel bad and I'm going to try to help them as much as possible. Now, if it's an animal, I'll probably get on the floor with them. That's just the way I am, But we also have to understand that we're all a part of this little circle, this little blue planet. So we got to do better. And if you have family and friends that are, not cool with your whole vegan way of life or whatever, keep on them. Make them understand that this isn't a diet. This isn't something that you go into, I want to lose a couple of pounds or whatever. And, if you do that, then, I don't know. Because this is a very, very, it takes a lot of willpower to, be a vegan. And what I say that is, this world is not set up for us. We go to restaurants and we get that little, the little side salad with like the 12-day-old tomato. You guys know what I'm talking about. But when you choose morality over selfishness, what better way to live? So with that, I want to say thank you for everybody who joined me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for having a heart. And yes, the whack Caesar salad and the crusty the crusty bread that they probably haven't used it, but they hold it on the side for vegans, But I gotta get out of here though, guys. But thank you for joining me. You guys mean the world to me, and I am so proud to call myself an alkaline vegan, a champion for the animals, and a champion for this planet. And if I move you, please share. And if you are already following me, you're the best. To my avocado fam, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Have a good day. And go vegan. Bye, guys.